Fellas, man, got online after getting up and doing my work this morning, and y'all are bugging. So, forgive me if I seem insensitive to the current climate and the current feelings of some people. I'm not, but being someone that transitioned during a time where you really didn't have resources, there was no anything, there was nothing. And it was much more violent. You didn't have to worry about just being called names or misgendered. You really had to worry about getting beat up. You know what I mean? You really had to worry about, imagine going out, and every time you get ready to go out, you go out with the expectation of getting into a fight. You go out with the expectation of a confrontation, and not because you're being confrontational, just because you're existing. The people that have to deal with that right now the most are trans women. But, and a lot of you don't even realize how lucky you are that you don't have to go through what a lot of our sisters do. Anyway, what I realized is, and what I'm telling you now to handle the current situation. Number one, hormones are state by state. Number two, folks and several other outlets deliver nationwide right to your door. They accept private pay. They accept insurance. It's really not a huge issue. Number three, it takes a long time to turn a bill into a law. It has to be introduced. Both houses have to review it. It has to be, the public is going to weigh in on it. Lobbyists, you've got special interest groups. So they can't tomorrow just say, all right, your hormones are gone. This is about 18 and under. The kids right now that are trying to transition and get on hormones while they're in school. This is where this issue surrounds right now. So you grown ass people in your 30s, 20s, this ain't got nothing to do with y'all. What you are doing, though, is you're raising your cortisol. You're making your estrogen high. So you're only making your hormones do the opposite of what they're supposed to do for you right now. What you can control and what you need to realize is people see what they want. So if you have an F right here, but you are M right here, then it's going to be what it is. You have to control this and this. Stop worrying about this and this. First of all, your shots of medicine, they cannot, that's like banning Tylenol or banning Ozempic. That's why you had to have a therapist letter, so you have justification for a medication that you are taking. You're not taking an illegal substance you have a diagnosis, and that's coming from the medical community. Also, you control the way you look. When are y'all going to realize that? You control the man that you are going to be. Nobody else. Nobody's pen, nobody's nothing. And I transitioned during a time when people really did control your life like that. And couldn't nobody say shit. Wasn't no groups rallying around and protesting. Nobody was backing us up. And any of my people that are in their 40s, whether you were transitioned or not, you remember what it was like back then. You didn't even see trans guys. You only saw a few trans women. I had a trans homegirl, and Big Mama was world renowned pretty much because she was one of the few that were around. Houses existed, and even the houses were different than they are now. They were real families. For real, for real. Wasn't all that killing each other and eating each other up. And I ain't talking about killing oops, shouldn't have said that word. Wasn't all that killing each other with words. It was really you my sister, you my brother. We down for each other. We're eating together. We're striving together. We're riding together. That's that. Take care of yourself right here and right here and right here. Because that is what determines your hormonal health, your mental health, and just how your life's going to go. Stop listening and believing pop culture. Read. The shit's right there for you. If you don't know where to look, I'll show you. I'm a researcher. I'm a research scientist. I'm an epidemiologist. I love to research shit. That's why I think for myself. And it's gotten me in trouble most of my life, but it's also gotten me the freedom of working for myself, shit. And nobody being able to tell me shit.